This mission called One World, One Family is borrowed from an ancient Indian idea which says, for the broad minded ones, the whole world is one family. When Socrates was questioned about his philosophy, he said, I am not an Athenian, I am not Greek, but I am a citizen of the world. The same idea was also propagated in those ancient times in Greece. We are citizens of the world, and after that we are citizens of our country. But first we are all members of this one world family. And therefore, just like how we would do to our own children, we must do to the people around us. And that is the idea of being one family. When I was watching the video of the work that is being done by the foundation here in Greece, in Athens specifically, for the refugees, for the poor children in the children's homes, for the elderly at the hospitals, in schools, it made me feel very happy. Because I truly felt it was not just being done as an obligation or as charity, but it was being done with great love, as you would do for your own people. And that is the idea of this mission. We want to help anybody who comes our way in whatsoever way we can with our capacities that we have. That goes a long way in building a healthier and happier society. And it's our collective responsibility to look after each other. I think what is lacking today is this idea that we are here for a purpose, and the purpose is just not to make ourselves happy. The purpose is to make everyone happy around us. Again, going back to the very ancient philosophy of Greece, where they talked about justice as a cardinal value. And what is justice? Justice is not only when somebody takes away your rights and you fight for your right, but every day when somebody in the world is not having access to some basic fundamental requirements like food, shelter, education and health, it is injustice. How can we live in a world of haves on one side and have-nots on the other and still call ourselves a society? In a society, it is not the survival of the fittest, it is the survival of the weakest, the vulnerable, and the last and the least who cannot look after themselves. We don't have to look for heaven elsewhere. This very earth will become heaven when we all live with the idea of loving and serving each other. Heaven. Let us transform it to heaven. And that can be done when every one of us does a little good every day. The whole universe is pervaded by the same consciousness, the same spirit permeates and pervades all creation. And how do we live when we know that all this is permeated by the same divine self? How do we behave? Live with sacrifice. Consume with sacrifice. If somebody's need is greater than your need, whatever you have rightfully belongs to that person and not you. To create a better world for ourselves and for the generations to come. To teach them how one should live, how one should make this world into heaven by sharing and caring. And that is the motto of this mission.